One day, the teacher entered the classroom and was surprised. A young boy was helping other students remember the lesson from the previous day. He was teaching them in a very skilled and clear way. The teacher was amazed because none of his students had ever done this before. But the most surprising thing was that this boy was not even a student of his class. The teacher gently asked, "Son, who are you? Where do you live? What do you do?" The boy replied, "Teacher, I am an orphan. My mother does not have enough money to pay for my education. So, I stand outside the classroom and listen to your lessons. I have a sharp memory, and I remember everything quickly. Today, when you were not here, I thought I should help the students revise their lesson." The teacher smiled and said, "You are a very good boy. From today, you will join my class. I will not take any fees from you." This is how the boy got a chance to study properly. After completing his early education, the boy went to a tribe called Banu Huzail. This tribe was famous for its knowledge of the Arabic language and poetry. He stayed with them and learned a lot. When he returned to Mecca, he started sharing what he had learned. At that time, the boy had a great interest in Arabic language, poetry, and literature. Later, he got a chance to listen to hadith, sayings of the Prophet Muhammad, from his uncle and other scholars. He also learned about Islamic laws and teachings. But since his mother was poor, he could not afford paper to write down what he learned. So he found another way. He collected bones and palm leaves and wrote on them. By the age of 7, he had completely memorized the Quran. By the age of 10, he had memorized Muwatta, a book of hadith written by Imam Malik. One day, a scholar noticed his talent and told him, "You have great ability to gain knowledge. You should not miss the chance to study Islamic law, fiqh." The Prophet Muhammad said that when Allah wants good for someone, He gives them understanding of the religion. The boy asked, "Who should I learn fiqh from?" The scholar replied, "Go to Imam Malik." The boy wrote a letter to the governor of Mecca and another letter to the governor of Medina, requesting them to introduce him to Imam Malik. When he reached Medina, he gave the letter to the governor and asked him to deliver the other letter to Imam Malik. The governor said, "Instead of calling him here, let's go to him. We should stand outside his door until he invites us in." So, the governor of Medina took the boy to Imam Malik's house. When they knocked, a maid came out and said, "If you have a question, write it down, and Imam Malik will send you an answer." The governor said, "This is an important request from the governor of Mecca." After some time, Imam Malik himself came to the door. The governor handed him the letter. As he read it, he reached the part where the governor requested Imam Malik to teach the boy. Imam Malik frowned and said, "Has the knowledge of the Prophet now started to spread through recommendations?" The governor felt embarrassed and had no answer. At this moment, the boy spoke about himself. Imam Malik asked him, "What is your name?" The boy replied, "My name is Muhammad." Imam Malik then said, "Muhammad, fear Allah and stay away from sins because you will become a great person in the future. You may join my lessons, but bring someone who can read Muwatta for you." The boy replied, "I have already memorized Muwatta by heart and can recite it myself." Imam Malik was amazed and tested him. The boy recited it perfectly. Imam Malik accepted him as his special student. This young boy later became known as Imam Shafi'i. His full name was Muhammad bin Idris, and he belonged to the Hashimi family. His great-grandfather's name was Shafii, which is why he was called Shafi'i. His father passed away before he was born. His mother's name was Fatima, and she was from the noble family of Hazrat Ali, R.A. Imam Shafi'i was born in 150 Hijri in Gaza, Palestine. When he was 2 years old, his mother took him to Mecca, where he grew up. His mother once had a dream in which she saw a bright star coming from her body and falling in Egypt. Its light spread across all cities. When she asked scholars about its meaning, they told her, "You will give birth to a great scholar whose knowledge will spread from Egypt to the entire world." As a child, Imam Shafi'i loved archery and horse riding. He became so skilled that he could hit 10 out of 10 targets. But as he grew older, he developed a strong passion for seeking knowledge. He first studied in Mecca, then moved to Medina, where he learned from Imam Malik. Later, he traveled to Baghdad and studied under Imam Muhammad bin Hassan al-Shaybani, a famous student of Imam Abu Hanifa. Later, Imam Shafi'i became a great scholar of Islamic law, fiqh. His teachings became so influential that today, millions of Muslims follow his school of thought, known as the Shafi'i school. After traveling and teaching in different cities, Imam Shafi'i moved to Egypt, where he spent the rest of his life. He passed away in 204 Hijri at the age of 54. His students and followers loved and respected him greatly. His knowledge spread across the world, and he is remembered as one of the greatest scholars in Islamic history. May Allah shower His mercy upon him. Ameen. ****